Hello everybody and welcome back. We are going to create a GraveStone not mod, which basically means we're just going to use command blocks, and it's on the same premise of keep inventory. And so when you die, if you have keep inventory on, you'll still have everything in your inventory when you spawn back in. This is like it's the same, except your items will be left in a chest where you have died in a little gravestone. And I thought that would be kind of cool little concept to where it can add a little bit to your gameplay. You may not lose your items, but you still have to go back and retrieve them. So it kind of gives that extra, effort to try to get them back. It's not without its flaws, that's for sure. But I just wanted to put it out there so that maybe you guys can tinker around with it, make it really, really shine with some of the builds that you guys have. But again, I wanted to have it out there because it's a really neat idea, I think, anyways. And so before we start with the command blocks, I'm going to show you how to set up the actual thing that's going to be copied in the place of where you died, and your gravestone and all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and go in here, and you're going to need a chest. And I am missing my torch. That is weird. Alright guys, for real now, this is what we actually need. I'm going to use the lime wool. You don't have to have the lime wool, but it's just to help me to build the hopper and these cobblestone stairs. But you need a hopper, a comparator, redstone torch, cobblestone stairs, a slab, flower pot, and a wither rose, or any kind of flower you want to use that goes into that pot. And so we'll go ahead and start with the redstone components. Place your green wool there, and then you want the hopper to be going into there, and then we'll have a comparator off the back, and then a redstone torch. And so there you go, there is your redstone completed. And then we are going to go ahead and put stairs, and then we'll have a slab, and we are going to put our pot up top here, and then the flower. And so that is pretty much it for that. And so we will go ahead and go into the command blocks. It does run off of one scoreboard, which is fantastic, and I'm sure that you guys have probably figured it out. It is going to be our death count. And so scoreboard's objective, add death count. And I went ahead and put a display name, but I don't think you have to have one. And so there is that one. And then again, guys, in other videos, I call them rogue scoreboards, where if I'm not using them, I want them to not be running in the background. And so basically this is just scoreboard's objectives, remove death, which is our death count. And so when you flip this off, this turns on and then it removes it. So that's basically what that is for. And then the first command block that actually runs the system, I can't get my thoughts together, guys. Okay, execute at all, scores equals death equals 1, and then we are going to run a teleport command, which is at E, type equals Minecraft item, and it's going to be a distance of 0 to 15 blocks from when we died. And then the coordinates there on the end in yellow, which is the 37, 72, negative 146, is of course going to be different for you guys, but I will show you where that is going, and it is right above this hopper. And so they're going to be teleported right above here, and then that is going to feed into our chest here. I put up that chest. I'm going to need it here in a minute. And so there's that. And then the next one, make sure it is conditional. It's going to be chain and always active. Execute at all, scores death equals 1, and then we are going to run a summon command, which is Minecraft armor stand tilde tilde tilde, which is going to be right at it, or right at you. And then we are going to have it with this NBT data custom name grave, because we're going to target it later. Invisible 1B, which adds to the aesthetics, and then of course invulnerable, which is hard to say, 1B. We don't want it to get destroyed or our mechanic will not work. And so there is that. And then the last one on this is scoreboard player set at all, scores when death equals 1. We're just going to set it back to 0, basically just resetting the whole system so that you can die again and it'll work. So there's that. And then we're going to have another set of 3 command blocks to deal with. And let me get my chest here that I so happily put up that I was not done with. So basically we want chest set here, and we want one right here. Now wherever this chest is, you guys can have it anywhere you want. But in this tutorial, I guess, that's where I put it. So the first command block on this, and it'll run as soon as the items filter through here and go into the chest, because when you have items in here, that'll power on, that'll power that off, and then when it's done, then it'll power back on, and then that's how we run the next set of our commands. The first one on this one is impulse and needs redstone, of course, because of that torch. And the command in here is execute at E, name equals grave, which is the armor stand that we had just summoned. And then we are going to run a clone command against the armor stand, but we are going to start with world coordinates, which is the location of that chest and the gravestone, and we're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste it to the relative coordinates of where the armor stand is, which is that tilde tilde -1 tilde, and then we're going to replace normal, and I will show you where those coordinates come from, which is the beginning of this chest here, and then right here, because we want to include our flower and pot. So there is that. The next command, of course, we want to kill at E, name equals grave. And then the last one is going to clone our new chest into that location underneath the gravestone so that we can refresh the system and you don't have your older items in there that you had before on your last death. And so for me, it is tilde tilde 1 tilde tilde 2, and then 37, 71, and then the -145. Replace normal. It's going to be different for you guys too. And so, whoops, normal. And so that last coordinate, of course, is the starting of the chest, and that's where this is going to get copied to. And so, I'm going to finally now put that chest back up. We'll run the system, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you don't have anything in your inventory, because it should not place anything down. And so we'll let this guy do his thing. It's kind of funny because in survival, when you're trying to avoid these guys, they kill you pretty quickly. But when I want him to, it takes him a while. So there you go. And so, of course, there is nothing there. And so when I put stuff in my inventory... Oh man, he's already started hacking at me. Here we go. And so it should... Oh, you missed me. Oh, you missed me. Come on. And so now it should spawn in a grave. Of course, you can't see anything there. It spawns that grave because it copies it. And since it's -1, it's going to place the chest in the ground. And this should be flush with the ground. Guys, it looks fantastic. It's really neat. And so we'll go ahead and get our trusty pickaxe. We'll go ahead and block this guy off because I want to do this in survival mode. Oh yeah, that hurts me. So we got that. And then there we go, guys. We have all of our stuff back. Also keep in mind though, the more stuff you have in your inventory, the longer it will take. It will still work. And it may not be much of a burden for the fact that when you go and explore, it's usually far away, and so hopefully it's already loaded in. Keeping that in mind though too, make sure that this system is in a loaded chunk so that it's always running no matter where you are in your world. And so guys, with that, as my wife always says, hooty hooty chicken booty, and I will see you guys in the next one.